So your person wants you to allow them to take the lead more. You see, you're dealing with an alpha masculine or an alpha feminine. Majority of you watching this will be a masculine you're dealing with. But they feel like in your day-to-day life, you always have to be responsible for everyone else around you. Whether you have a family or just a lot of obligations in your career, in your life. Just taking care of things, making sure things get done in your life. And they're saying in this connection, allow them to be the one to take the lead more. Allow them to be the one to plan the dates between you, to take care of the little errands or things you have to get done. Now, this person loves your ambition, so they feel like you are extremely ambitious in your career and your life in general, and that really turns them on about you. It makes them incredibly intrigued about you as well. And you both love a lot of the same things. So if this is brand new love in your life, you may both be coming to realize you have a lot of similarities in common, whether that be your favorite sports, TV shows, music, movies, hobbies, stuff like that. And maybe even your career is similar. So before I hop in, if you're new, I'm Jessica, ⴛangel111 here on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by. Go ahead and hit that like button. And just know that this person feels like you got to stop holding back from them. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some tarot cards and see if I can kind of get some energy for any of these. Wow, so split the deck, Queen of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. You may be dealing with an earth sign, feminine or masculine. This person feels like you're extremely hardworking, extremely loyal, and most importantly, they love the way that you dress. They feel like you are super classy and a little bit sassy. You got a lot of passion about you. Something about you, you know, dressing to your body shape too. Like, you could be someone who's very curvy, so you really know how to accentuate your curves. And it's like you show just enough, but not too much. They love the fact that you're not overly revealing in your clothing. So 6 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. Wow, you may be someone who's very classy as well in the way of your career. So if you are an independent business owner, business mogul, entrepreneur, or maybe even working in the realm of finances, business, something like this, they feel like you are where it's at. They've never dated someone who's as ambitious as you and as successful as you. They love that no matter what's going on in your life, you always make time for your career, or that you prioritize your career first and foremost before love, before relationships. Because whoever they dated before you, prioritize them. And although it seems fun at first, the way that this person feels like their attention is kept on a person is when they have their own life separate from them, when they're not too clingy or just trying to like latch on to another person's life. So with you, 10 of Swords in reverse, your person knows that you are not the type to ever feel super dependent on your man, on your woman, however you resonate. And they love the fact that you can, you know, always manage to figure it out on your own. Like, you're never going to rely on them for help or support. And they love that about you. The Lovers. Wow. So this may be a Gemini you're dealing with, or you could be a Gemini watching. Knight of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and lots of earth energy. So wanting to come in quick and give you a love offer today. They may be surprising you, popping up at yours, popping up in your career sector, or maybe asking you out on a date. If they know that you've been working hard and you haven't had much time to spend with them romantically lately, this person's like, okay, they're planning something, maybe even been planning to make you dinner, something like this. So with the Lovers coming out there, this person wants to have a more romantic setting between the two of you. They're ready for a more intimate setting between you. So if there's been a lack of passion lately, a lack of kisses, hand-holding, all that, they want to jump into that. The Emperor. This person feels like they spend a lot of time working just like you do. So this is something that they know you two can work through. You may be dealing with an Aries, Taurus, Aquarius, Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Those are the main signs. Pisces again. But yeah, this person has a lot of deep feelings for you. And if this is just someone you're crushing on, not dating yet, know that they get lost in the idea of what your relationship could turn into long term. It kind of excites them because it's like you're different than anyone they've ever met. They feel like you are a different type of woman or a different type of man than anyone they've ever been involved with before. So when you hold back from them physically, you know, in the passion sense, or even with your emotions, they really feel that from you. And they just really want you to be more open. So are you going to give your heart up to this person? That's the big question they're wondering. Are you going to allow yourself to fall into this relationship with them, to trust that the intentions they have for you are good, and to trust that they aren't trying to make you upset? A lot of you too, you know, Christmas is coming, Hanukkah, depending what you celebrate. This person really wants to have someone to spend the holidays with. Cozy up by the fireplace, introduced to their family. I feel like your person is someone who is very romantic with the Ace of Wands. They're always thinking of new ways to surprise you and make you feel loved. This definitely may be the type of person who shows up with flowers for you unexpectedly. Drop in the comments what kind of flowers you like. Do you want some red roses, or do you want some pink peonies or some daisies? What are you a fan of? There is a specific romantic encounter that occurred between the two of you that they keep replaying over and over in their minds. There's something about the way that you make them feel. They really appreciate the fact that you understand them, and they feel like you turn them on. So your lips turn them on. This is someone who just looks at you and falls in love with you the more and more you talk. So if you are just in deep conversation with them one-on-one and you catch this person staring at your lips a lot, that's because they just want to kiss you. So let's see if there's any more messages. Wow, so your person feels like you are a visionary. They know that you are extremely ambitious in your life, and maybe you have more than one career goal. And your person feels like you need to stay focused right now because they're watching you try to achieve too much. They feel like you need to just get one thing you're passionate about and stick to it. And with the Four of Swords, they know that you are kind of stressing yourself out. So this is outside of your connection, but this is someone who feels like they really understand you. They really understand what you say and what you don't say. This person picks up on your body language a lot. And look at that, the star there. They really feel like you are a star in their life and in your own life. And like you don't give yourself enough credit for how others see you, because other people are completely astonished by your ability to envision something and make it a reality. So maybe, you most recently just envisioned like being in this relationship with them. You may be dealing with a very successful person, businessman, someone who's in the public, someone who has their own entrepreneurship. Four of Wands. But they're ready to do life with you. This person is ready for the two of you to kind of get your relationship off the ground. And more so than that, just to be more committed to one another. So your insight makes them question their own. This person feels like you are so good at like knowing what they're saying to you and not saying. Like you two have this ability to really pick up one another. One of you is kind of holding back from the other, and your insight makes them question their own. So you may be someone who's extremely intuitive, and your person's never dated someone who has that ability. They find that very interesting, especially if you're someone who is an intuitive reader, speaker, prophetic speaker, or you're just very open and honest about your ability to be intuitive or to read energy in a room. You know, like you're someone who's able to see the opinions or the way that someone's really truly feeling about you that they may not be saying. And they find that to be incredibly intriguing that you're able to do so. They feel like they can't get nothing past you, and it freaks them out. So if you ever catch this person all of a sudden going silent or just kind of staring at you, it's like they wonder if you know, like if they're ever planning a surprise or they have like a gift in mind for you. They wonder if you know, like if they have a surprise in mind in the way of making plans or how they're feeling about your connection or falling in love and not telling you. Like they just wonder how much you know. So this person feels like at times, you know, it's hard for them to kind of hide how they feel, how deeply in love with you they are. And the fact of the matter is they just want you to allow them to be the person you need them to be, to trust that their intentions are pure. And this person feels like at times you overanalyze relationships and situations between you too much. Like you're always looking for a reason to back out of a connection, or you're always looking for a reason why this person may end up, you know, hurting you. And this person's like, don't do that. Just relax. They feel like you need to let your defense down a little bit. Seven of Swords. Like you're extremely defensive with them, or you're extremely untrusting of where the relationship is headed towards. And a lot of you, this person sees it is headed towards some type of longevity. Possibly even marriage. So they're like, you need to just relax. They're not going anywhere. They don't plan on just kind of dipping out of your life. And they want you, most importantly, to focus on all those goals and dreams that they know you have. So this is someone who has to work a lot of the time, and you may know that about them. This may be something that kind of interferes with your connection. Sometimes they be working too much, and you're like, damn. So there you go. It can't let you go again. Your person may feel like at times when they're too busy working, you could be focusing on yourself a little too much, or kind of in some type of feeling like they're going to leave your connection and walk away. And they want you to know that their heart belongs with you. So even if they are working a lot, or even if they're in little to no communication, their heart will always belong to you. There's no one else that takes up that space. So I am following my heart. This is a confirmation, and it leads me to you every time. Whenever I try to run away from a relationship, my emotions get the best of me, and I come back. I love you. So they want you to know, even if at times they kind of go mute or silent, or like just pull themselves back from you, it's only because they're truly trying to analyze the situation and how the two of you can get back on the same page. They do not want to see you with someone else. So this is your person's biggest fear, that they work too much and that you're moving on to new love. And wanting to know if you remember the times. So there's some type of special moment there. Like I said, that Ace of Wands came out earlier. It's like this person is remembering a specific night of passion. Maybe this night where the two of you really opened up to one another and had a deep heart-to-heart. And they just want you to know that they remember that time. There's something about you two that they'll never forget, that time that you once shared. The world is there. So you may have even been traveling at the time together. There's that Ace of Wands flipped right out. This may be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. But yeah, wondering if you remember the times that they either put it down on you, or you two just had a passionate exchange of words, emotions, feelings, embrace. So it says, I'm sorry I chose someone else. So that won't be for all of you, but for those of you that know that this connection was ended over them choosing someone else, this person's living with a lot of regrets about it, and wanting you to know that they're planning on communicating to you. So wow. That's for those of you in separation. They are wanting to talk about everything that's been occurring. And, you know, distance and absence makes the heart grow fonder. So if you've recently just really pulled back your energy and started focusing on yourself, and, you know, you've let this person realize that you're not going to stick around forever while they kind of dibble-dabble between you and other people, this has brought in some type of serious spiritual awakening to this person, because they want to have a family with you. Says, what shall we name our future children? So you may be dealing with someone who is in their 20s or 30s, and you may also be. That part won't resonate for all of you, but for those of you that are at that age, you know, where you're thinking about starting a family, building with someone, and you feel as though this person has kind of just been putting the whole thought of that to the side and focusing on their career, the only reason they do so is because they feel like you hold back from them. That you're not as open and expressive about what you're looking for in a connection with them. And they want you to know today you are extremely thoughtful. So you always make your person feel appreciated and loved. You always pop up on their timeline even though they don't talk to you. So if you two are in separation, that won't be for all of you. But it's like you always be popping up on their feed, or if people you may know or want to add, stuff like that, and they're like, damn, like I can't escape this connection if I try. That is their spirit guides. That is the universe being like, hello, we sent you the love of your life, and you're just going to let it pass you by? You're just going to let this person pass you by. So wisdom, they feel like you have a lot of wisdom about, you know, life. Your person definitely feels like you are a lot more mature than your age, like you are a wise soul. And wanting you so bad it hurts. So right now they want you pretty bad. I feel like there's this intense physical chemistry and buildup that's been occurring between the two of you. And the longer that you've been in no communication, the longer that they feel like they really just want to see you and spend time with you. So reread that message or email. They may have recently texted you or left you a DM, a message, something like this. And a couple more messages. Michigan. So you or your person may be from Michigan. Super random. It says, I dropped the third party. No more interferences. So if they were dealing with anyone else since you, they want you to know that that connection has come to an end. And you are perfect to them. That's what they need you to know today. You truly have awoken this person, what it means to not give up on love. And also, too, the fact that, you know, you can date someone else after you meet the love of your life. And then that's when reality hits that, like, you found that person. So what are you out there looking for something else? This person definitely could have thought that they weren't sure if your connection was going to last. So Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation. This person feels like you are the one person that understands them more than anyone else does. You or your person may have a birthday coming up, and if not, holidays are coming up. So they've just been really kind of replaying over in their head what it would be like to not have you by their side, and it kind of devastates them. And abundance is here. So your person wants you to know they realize now they've spent a lot of time working on their career, and this could be what kind of pushed you away, especially if your person is someone who travels for their career, their job, their work. And they want you to know that even as many people as they've met in their travels, there's no one that's loved them quite the way that you do. So positive mindset, manifest gratitude, bliss, and blessings. That's what your person feels like you are to them. So let me see if I can get one final message for you today. Yeah, self-made entrepreneur. So a lot of you are dealing with a very successful self-made entrepreneur. So wow, like 4 came out. So I'll just take the top couple. Allow them to take the lead more came out again. So confirmation. This person just wants you to relax, sit tight, and allow them to come back and let you know that it's always been you, and that most importantly, they see your connection building to a much better and stronger place as time goes on, as long as you'll let them.